From last 4 months, gold is hitting all new time highs and stock market is crashing. Economic uncertainties, central banks buying gold, trade tensions, inflation fears, whatever is the reason, gold is having its dream run. It's unstoppable now. In 1 year, gold had given nearly 35% return. Looking at this run, many of NRIs are thinking of increasing the gold exposure in the portfolio. Based on their request, I am making this video. In this video, I am going to discuss what is the best way to invest in gold, what approach NRIs should ideally be adopting, and how NRIs from GCC can make capital gain from gold investing absolutely tax-free. I'm sure by the end of this video, you will definitely get a lot of actionable tips. So this is going to be very important. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe the channel and stay tuned till the end. If you are new to this channel, I am CS Keerthi. I have completed my CS from India and I am also CMA from UK. I am an overseas MFG2. I run the consultancy, a firm which is specialized in NRI services. We offer tax planning as well as investment for NRIs. Let's start with first question now. What is the best way to invest in gold? You know, there are two types of investing when it comes to gold, right? Physical as well as digital. Physical gold is like, jewelry or the gold coins or the gold bars, so which gives you a tangible value. So you can touch and you can feel. Many ask, can I purchase jewelry for an investment? See, purchasing jewelry, it's like purchasing a house. You may stay and enjoy. Some value appreciation is always there and you're going to witness it over the years, but it comes with maintenance cost. Here is the same story. Just like real estate, the gold also works. If your main goal is consumption with little bit of appreciation, then definitely ornaments is your choice. It's fine. But if your purpose is to treat gold as an asset class, then maximize the return in your portfolio. Purchasing jewelry is not an option. Gold bars may be better, but it has high storage cost at the end. If you keep it in the locker, you need to pay for storing it, right? And even the liquidity, purity, everything is an issue here. If you're looking only from investment perspective, obvious choice for NRIs is invest in digital gold. Digital gold, when compared with physical gold, offers more streamlined and cost-effective approach. It allows NRIs to buy and hold gold in different platforms remotely. For example, if you have Demat account in India, you can easily buy gold ETFs from any part of the world. And digital gold strategies, these provide instant liquidity, right? The transactions can be executed in real time with minimal fees, often as low as 0.1 to 0.5% per trade. So it also helps to have that fractional ownership. You can invest 100 rupees if you want. You don't have to have a minimum amount, to buy certain, to have your exposure in gold. Digital gold eliminates storage and insurance cost, and its transparency, often real-time pricing tied to the global spot markets, it reduces risk of fraud. Purely as an investor, not as a consumer, it's no-brainer. Digital gold is the best because it prioritizes flexibility, scalability, lower overhead, and helps to manage your portfolio easily. Now, if you're convinced that digital gold is better and you want to purchase gold ETF, what are the easy options to do this? This is just, you have to have a Demat account or you have to open in India. And if you open Demat account in India, you may have many ETF options. Nippon India, just for, examples, I'm taking this name, Nippon India, these HDF's Gold. These are very popular, SBI. So these offer high liquidity, but there is one problem. When investing in Indian gold ETF or digital gold, any profit that you're going to realize over the time, these are going to attract capital gain tax. And when ETF is sold after 1 year of purchase, the gain is taxed at 12.5%, which is long-term capital gain tax. And if you're residing in GCC as NRI, that means if you hold residency of Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman or Saudi or UAE, then you also have a better option. You can make the ETF returns absolutely tax-free. But what do you need to do for this? Simple. Don't invest in Indian gold ETF, but in US-based gold ETF. You can open account with any international broker, and the returns that you get from US ETFs, they are not taxed in US because United States gold ETF are classified as collectibles under IRS rules. And if you are US resident, then the gain from collectible, they are also going to be subject to capital gain tax rate up to 28%. But however, if you are an NRA, not NRI, NRA, non-resident aliens like me, who is residing in Dubai, so they are going to be generally exempt from US capital gain taxation because it's not considered as security. Okay, so because of this interpretation, I really suggest you should be looking at ETF. For example, in USC, you have iShares Gold Trust or iShares Gold Trust Micro. You know many from the New York Stock Exchange. These are all are going to help you make use of this NRA status as well as the interpretation and make your gain absolutely tax free. Remember, NRIs from GCC, they are not going to pay tax on the capital gain because US has a special treatment towards GCC, right? It's mainly because also in GCC we don't have any income tax treatment. So in GCC there is no personal income tax, and US interpretation, this dual benefit we are going to get by investing in US gold in ETF. But now you may have a question. What about NRIs who are living outside GCC? Like maybe you are in Canada or UK or Australia or Ireland? Simple answer is you must consider the local tax obligations. And what is that implication? You have to consider a tax expert's opinion here. You need to check how your worldwide income is taxed in your country. You may have to pay tax on US ETF gain in case if you're residing in a country, it taxes worldwide income. You may not get the privilege of NRIs like us who are in GCC countries. I hope the point is very clear here. That's it for today. See you with another interesting video. Till then, bye-bye.